Sorry, Miss Jackson. All right, now you'll get the joke about the two soft Jesus. He's not here tonight. But instead, we bring to the stage a gentleman that not only has his own YouTube channel and steady podcast that he puts on, but also a very funny comedian that I've worked with before. Please make some noise for Ernie Vincente!
Thank you. How about that weather? Huh? Crazy weather, you know, like some days it's warm, right? Like today. And other days it's cold, like today. It's very confusing, you know, like I don't know whether or not to keep my jacket on or take my jacket off. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I always jacket off. Speaking of masturbation, I was listening to Beyonce the other day, right? You know, touching myself as we do. And Beyonce has a song. She's like, "Who run the world? Girls, right?" So I started thinking with my other head. I'm like, who does run the world? Men or women, right? Who runs the world? Women, right? Obviously, the sexist women say that, right? And I thought the same thing. I thought women rule the world too, right? But I was at the pizza parlor the other day, and this guy and this girl, they pull up in a car to pick up pizza, right? The guy gets out of the car to get the pizza. I'm like, okay, men are the slaves, women rule the world. But check this out. The guy gets a pizza, comes back to the car. The girl who's sitting in the front gets out, sits in the back. The pizza gets shotgun. Wow. So I ask you now, sexist women, who runs the world? Italians.
Italians.
Oh man. So we're gonna be back in Brampton. Anyone from Brampton? Yeah. Oh my god. It's great to be back in Brampton because I was actually born in Toronto, but I grew up in poverty. Scarborough. And growing up in poverty, I have to share a bedroom with my little brother. You know, it's very comfortable, right? Sharing a bedroom with someone, especially at night, because he was a little guy. You know, he was afraid of heights, so he would sleep on the bottom, and then I would sleep on the top. And then every night we would both pray for bunk beds. You know? I drove here today and I saw that sign on the highway that says, "Watch your speed, aircraft patrol," right? Which is like the dumbest sign, because like I know for a fact that I can go as fast as I want on this highway, and there's no way fucking airplane's gonna pull me over. I mean, like, what's the airplane gonna say? Like, "Hey, great car, pull over, meet me at the airport, at the end of the runway, you know? And we'll do this, you know?" And then he'll come knock on my window and be like, "Hey buddy, how fast are we going back there?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. That was like 3 hours ago." When I was high, you know? You ever drive high?
Woohoo!
My parents are watching. It's weird because like, when you drive high, you're more aware, you know? You're more aware, you're more paranoid, you know? Last time I drove high last night, I was so high that I stopped at a stop sign and I waited there for 5 minutes. Is it clear? Is it? I even got out of the car. I'm like, I don't know. We're never getting home. My parents just changed the channel. Okay. Thanks for supporting. Speaking of airports, I was in the States the other day, and Americans, they're very health conscious, right? Like they know they're fat, and what they do now in the States is they put all the nutritional information on all their food products, right? So they know like, how fat they're getting. And I bought a pack of Pringles. On the pack of Pringles, it said 100 calories per serving, right? Which is good. You know, you go on a diet eating Pringles, my fave. But the thing was, you know, their serving size of Pringles didn't match my serving size of Pringles, you know? Because their serving size of 100 calories is only 4 chips. Yeah. My serving size of Pringles, 1 tube. You ever eat a whole tube to yourself? Sexist women? Oh, it's disgusting. Like, you know you've eaten a lot of Pringles when your hand gets stuck in the tube? Oh. You feel like Winnie the Pooh? You're eating honey from a jar? Oh. And then what do you do after you're done the tube? You tilt the tube, start drinking the crumbs like an animal? Oh. Sometimes I miss my face, and the crumbs just land in my tears. It's the best. Oh man, I was walking on Spanina the other day in downtown, and I saw this homeless guy, and I was walking with my friend, and I saw this homeless guy, and he was asking us for like stuff that no one has on them ever. You know, like what an idiot. You know, he was like, "Hey guys, you guys have any Q-tips?" No. We never have Q-tips on us, ever. Yeah? Well, my friend, she was like, "I'm gonna give this guy some money." I'm like, yeah, go ahead, Mother Teresa. Change the world. So she pulled out her purse and gave him $1. You know? Yeah. Big spender. And then as we were walking away, she was like, "Oh, I hope that homeless guy uses that money to buy food and not crack." I'm like, "No, he's an idiot. He's gonna buy Q-tips." But we kept walking up the street more, and then we saw this next homeless guy. But this homeless guy was like 300 pounds. I'm like, this guy's way too fat to be homeless. You know? But I'm like, "Babe, let me get this one, right? You got the last guy, right? Where are my manners?" So I took out my purse and I gave him $1. And then as I was walking away, I was like, "Oh, I hope that fat guy doesn't use that money to buy food." Oh. I hope he buys crack. That'll help him lose weight. I'm from Brampton and stuff, right? Whatever. And you know what's weird? You know what's weird about like Brampton and stuff? Any city you're from in Ontario sucks when you follow the city's name with Ontario. You know what I mean? Yeah, my friend was like, "Hey man, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to London." Like, ooh. Very majestic. Yeah. Maybe meet the Queen? It's like, no. London, Ontario. It's like, "Oh, why don't you go there? You must hate your wife." You know, we ruined the name of London, right? By adding Ontario to it, right? One of the coolest places for me in the States is Las Vegas, right? I love Las Vegas. But imagine if there was a Las Vegas in Ontario. Oh. We would ruin the name of Las Vegas. You know? Imagine the casinos in Las Vegas, Ontario. You know, they pay out in timbits and respect. The nicest casinos. Imagine the strip clubs in Las Vegas, Ontario. You know, girls come on with bubble jackets and long johns. Oh, man. And you know the saying, you know, what happens in Las Vegas stays in Vegas? What happens in Las Vegas, Ontario? No one gives a fuck. Don't even tell me. All right, thanks a lot, guys. My name is Ernie V.
You figured out this way to make like an uncomfortableness like incredibly relaxed and calm on stage, and you've got a great sense of timing too. So,
oh, thank you.
Which is awesome.